Nurse Sue here, and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make homemade chicken nuggets. So many times, those chicken nuggets, maybe the kiddos want them, maybe you're hungry for them. Don't you kind of wonder what is actually in a chicken nugget? So I like the fact that I can make my own. Also, honestly, I can save a lot of money by making my own chicken nuggets. Typically, I would use boneless, skinless chicken breast. Today I'm going to use boneless thighs though. There was a meat place here nearby, and they had 40 pounds of boneless, skinless thighs on sale for $50. Needless to say, I have 40 pounds of thighs in my freezer. Actually, my son took some, so I don't quite have 30 or 40. But anyways, I'm going to use thighs, which I prefer thighs anyways because they are a little bit juicier. So I'm going to show you how to make these, to make your own chicken nuggets. Super simple, costs about $3.50 to make a pound of these. Definitely cheaper than what you're going to get at a fast food place. I won't name names, but pick one. But definitely cheaper. I know exactly what's in them and very easy to make. So the first thing I'm going to start with is my breadcrumbs, and I tend to just use seasoned breadcrumbs. So the key to making these nice and crispy is to first brown your breadcrumbs, okay? So I went ahead and put my breadcrumbs on there. I spritzed them with just a little bit of olive oil. You have to be careful because that spritz will make the crumbs fly all over the place. So that's all I did so far. And then I baked them for just a little bit just to give them a little extra crunchy texture. So I'm going to put that in my tray here. I happen to have coating trays. You don't need to have anything fancy for these though. Just use bowls or a plate. It's fine. So you start with whatever kind of breadcrumbs you use. Maybe you have just plain panko, maybe you have plain ones. It doesn't matter. Use whatever you want. Then I'm going to start jazzing them up. Now I'm going to do a little bit of salt and pepper in here first. And obviously, if you have high blood pressure, maybe not so much salt or any salt, which is also another good reason to do your own because you know exactly what's in them. And if you have blood pressure concerns, then don't put the salt in them. The next thing I'm going to do is garlic powder. Let me tell you, in my house, if it's not cheesecake, there's probably garlic in it. I love me some garlic. I'm also going to throw some paprika in here. The nice thing about this is you can put whatever you want in there. You can put thyme, you can do rosemary, you could do chili powder, you could do, totally lost my thought there, but this is just some onions that I'm putting in here now. But you could do just about anything you wanted for whatever flavor you want to create, okay? Like I was saying, thyme, rosemary, just anything at all. Just get creative. Your chili powder, you could do taco seasoning. What I did was look in my spice cabinet and go, what do I have and what do I want to use? So that's kind of my scientific determination for what I decide to do. So, all right, now I've got my breadcrumbs. In my middle tray here, I have a couple of eggs and a little bit of milk. I had oat milk in the refrigerator, so that's what I'm using. So I've got just a couple eggs and a little bit of milk. I'm going to whisk that up. And then I have already cut up my chicken thighs, and they're in this bin right here. Now, if you do chicken breast, obviously you're going to be able to cut them a little more the same size. With the thighs, it was a little bit harder to get them the same size. Pieces and stuff just because, they're thighs, right? Chicken breast, much easier to handle that. So I'm just going to use my tongs here. I'm going to toss them in the egg wash first, and then I'm going to just flip them in the breadcrumbs. Now, the really nice thing about this recipe is that you can freeze these. So I love this. So if the kiddos are going to be out of school for the summer, this makes a great quick lunch for them. Maybe you just like to have them, like I'm a big prepper of food, so I like to have stuff in the freezer ready to go. Just for nights when I don't feel like cooking, there's nothing wrong with throwing some chicken nuggets out there, especially when you know it's real chicken, right? All right. So how you would freeze them though, is you would take them and after you've cooked them, and here's some that I cooked. So after you've already baked them, just put them on a tray and you flash freeze them. Put them in the freezer for 15 or 20 minutes, let them get a little bit of a freeze to them, throw them in a Ziploc bag, put them back in the freezer. And then when you want to take them out, you just put them in the air fryer, put them in the oven, whatever, and then just crisp right back up again. So it's just like you just made them. Now, you want to use a wire tray because the wire tray is going to let that heat come up through the bottom. If you don't have a wire tray, not the end of the world, you guys. What you'll do is just flip them partway through. So just set the timer. Make sure you turn them partway through and you'll be all set. So I'm going to put these on here and I'm just going to do a few of them to show you. So I've got them on my wire tray. Now the next thing I'm going to do is, oops, sorry. I'm going to put this over the sink. And I'm going to give these just a light spray of olive oil. Now I'm going to put mine in my air fryer because I use my air fryer for just about everything. If you're using the oven, you would put them in to bake. Depending on the size of your chunks of chicken, you would want to put them in maybe 400 for 15 minutes. You're going to kind of check them. Make sure the internal temperature is 165 though. That's what you want for chicken. In the air fryer, it doesn't quite take so long. Again, depends on the size of your chicken, so just be careful making sure that chicken is done before you start to enjoy it. That's it, homemade chicken nuggets, super cheap. Like I said, about $3.50 a pound to make these. You can freeze them, make a bunch of them ahead. This is a real win recipe for me. So I hope you'll give it a try. Thanks for stopping by my kitchen today.